Hey guys, what's up? It's me, PeopleR25 here, and yes, I got another face recording. Sorry, so be it, but this video wasn't even supposed to be here in the first place. Today, had a little bit of an interesting development come from one of coaster enthusiasts' most recognizable parks, Cedar Point, Roller Coast, whatever you call it by. Today, and throughout the month of August, they've announced, or been announcing, a very peculiar series of events that seems to go against what I think would be a good idea, or at least a sensible business practice. Yeah, let's just, without further ado, let's just get this out of the way. So, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Let's just say we already know that Witch's Wheel, their Huss Enterprise, will be removed starting next month. Labor Day, I believe it is. Come Halloween weekends, it will not be at the park anymore and will likely be standing but not operating. We knew that. That was announced via a Cedar Point blog article not too long ago, probably about 2.5 weeks ago, like August 3rd, August 5th, or something like that. Probably towards the beginning of the month for sure. Today, or yesterday, I should say, they announced a teaser on Twitter involving a pencil and stating that they are going to go back to the basics. They're going to rewrite history with a teaser, and they're going to announce at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, since I'm from the Central Time. They're going to be announcing a new 2019 attraction in 2 p.m. Eastern Time today, August 21st, 2018. And the first part of that announcement showed Dinosaurs Alive. Typical Jurassic Park style narration, and it was essentially a video announcement stating that they were closing Dinosaurs Alive at the end of the month or early September, that Dinosaurs Alive will not be around much longer, and it will be closed at the end of the year. This was to be expected, as, well, we know that the contracts for Cedar Fair, they went on a 6-year lease, and Cedar Point's Dinosaurs Alive group came out in 2012, and 2018 would sensibly be the end of the 6-year contract, hence their impending removal. Next year, we'll be seeing similar developments out of Carowinds, Valley Fair, and Worlds of Fun. Well, today, at the end of that, they announced a pretty peculiar attraction, considering their repertoire being a major amusement park, thrilling rides, roller coasters everywhere, and a commodity tourist destination. They announced Lost Adventure Island. I don't exactly know the name of it. I've kind of forgotten it by now. I was just spending the rest of my most of my evening or afternoon. It's only been 2.5 hours since the announcement. I've been thinking about how I'm going to format what I'm going to say here. And from what we know, it looks like an interactive outdoor exhibit on the former island that Dinosaurs Alive took place. It's going to be there we go, a ropes course or an obstacle course, an escape room, something like that. It's going to be a discovery place, interactive, and upcharge, likely. I don't see any way this is not going to be upcharge. So they take out one upcharge attraction for another upcharge attraction with very similar gimmicks. At least this time, they don't have to fix a bunch of rubber animatronics. But that's the only positive I really see. If you don't know anything about Cedar Point, it's a landlocked park. It's in a peninsula, and they've expanded as far out as they could unless they decide to take out some of their camping residential homes or their hotel properties. The park can't expand anymore, and they have to chronically take out or redo a ride in order to put in a new one. And they've used up almost all their space. Witch's Wheel, what I predicted is that it would free up space for a lumberjack-style ride with Zamperla Hawk 48 or an Endeavor, or a Super Loop, or something along the lines of that, to bring in a nice inverting flat ride to the park that I think they personally needed, especially since they just bought Lumberjack for Canada's Wonderland last year, and they'd probably be on good terms with the manufacturer, as the ride has not had any cataclysmic breakdowns or disasters. So, I thought we'd be seeing one of those. Turns out we get an interactive discovery area, and also we're also dealing with a very peculiar incident as well, as Cedar Point's 150th anniversary of being open since 1870. The 20th anniversary will be taking place in 2020, which a lot of people were expecting a major coaster that year. And with that land of the new Discovery place being used, Dinosaurs Alive with a huge plot of land, an entire island that took up probably a couple 100,000 square feet. Could have easily fit a roller coaster queue line and some ample theming with that. But you use it for an interactive walkthrough attraction that just essentially is a independent spin of a Dinosaurs Alive, not corporate or anything. It's just the park's just trying to do something different, and it's not fitting their niche. The reception on social media from guests, GP, coaster enthusiasts alike has been lopsidedly negative. There are people who are genuinely interested about what's going on, especially since they're going to reveal more details as we get further along winter and spring. But a lot of people are not fans of this, and that there's so much land, and that they botched an opportunity to put in something golden. If the land was not going to be used for 2019 and focusing on clearing or focusing on utility for a new coaster, they would have been worth the wait. Hence what Kings Island is getting in 2020, as it's been confirmed, unless under some circumstance, that they will be working with B&M in 2020 for the Dinosaurs Alive plot of land they had. A lot of people are expecting the Dinosaurs Alive lands are going to be used for something large, a roller coaster for most places. And as this development grows even further, I'm getting real suspicious that Cedar Point is going to blue ball their fans and their coaster enthusiasts, their attendees for 2020 because of Kings Island's competition, the fact that they just use their most usable plot of land for a roller coaster unless they remove a roller coaster like Iron Dragon or Cedar Creek Mine Ride, or Gemini, since it's interconnected to the plot of land that Witch's Wheel once sat, though the land is extremely narrow. It's narrow, skinny, and there's no room to expand behind Gemini or Slingshot because that's where you have the maintenance shop. They've essentially shot themselves in the foot if they want to put a coaster in for 2020. And I think this is a serious illusion that their plans are not going to be fully intended for putting in a coaster in 2020. We might see them pull a Great America did for their 40th. Just a celebration. They revitalize the park in some ways. They slash prices, they hold special deals, they do special events, and things that are that like that, but not limited to just that. Frankly, I'm not mad at this announcement. I'm just a little confused. Cedar Point is defying their niche, defying their marketability for something that seems at best experimental. A boom or bust pick, if it may be. Some people are claiming this may be a temporary idea for 2019 alone, but that would not add up to me. Especially since they're opening it in the middle of summer of 2019, and if that was happening, we were seeing clearing there if there's going to be a roller coaster there. We see clearing all the way back from June for the new Mac coaster coming to Carowinds, yet to be announced when this video is uploaded. And clearing for that started all the way back, even a year before, taking out their Shoot the Chutes ride and taking out a mini golf course. And clearing like footers and just demolition of trees and grass, that started all the way back in June. So it wouldn't make any sense for that land to be used for a coaster unless it's like way down the line, so the middle of next decade. I'm just perplexed at what they're going for here. At this point, I'm fully expecting them to blue ball their fans for 2020. Considering Steel Vengeance will still be on a very considerably sized hype train at that point, as 2018 rides have only been 2 years at that point, and will still be new and fresh in people's minds, especially with Kings Island just down the road getting a B&M for 2020. Maybe actually the Giga they've been waiting for a long time. But it's really, I'm just perplexed. I've expressed my thoughts here and I'm still lost for words. I can't seem to piece together the bits and things that would justify the reason to use so much land capital for something that was already proven like Dinos to fail. Dinos had an initial boom of energy, but as time went on, they neglected it more and more. Attendance fell further and further. They had to start giving out things for free just to get people to go through it, and it just ended up ultimately failing. It was an interesting idea and concept, but it doesn't belong in an amusement park. It belongs more in a zoo, belongs more in a museum, or like a separate venue that sells them. The company that sells the dinos might just do them on their own business. Just attract locals by opening up a Dinosaurs Alive place and actually funnel money into the maintenance of the animatronic dinosaurs. I'm lost for what Cedar Point's attempting to do here. If you guys can piece together anything better than I will, other than the fact that they're seeming to lining up to just blue ball their fans, just deny them of the 150th anniversary celebratory coaster for 2020, I think that's becoming more and more plausible, especially with the news today. And I hope to God they announce something in 2019, like a ride. Like, just even if it's a Zamperla Hawk, Zamperla Endeavor, Superloop, anything for the Spotted Witch's Wheel. Because I would hate to see it just become a grass plot for 2019. Because the land, even with the stuff around it, Monster, Slingshot, Gemini, Lake Erie Eagles with their flying scooters, it's not really going to be able to be used for much. Sacrificing 5 rides for a narrow plot of land or digging into the Soak City parking lot they just put in 2017 wouldn't make any sense. It has to be for a 1-for-1, unless they're jumping across the midway, which I don't see happening at all. It's got to be for a 1-for-1 based on land logistics. Anyway, I think that'll wrap up my thoughts. I've put in a fair share, and I hope that you can find some truth, find some purpose, find some reason to listen to what I'm saying, and if you made it this far, thank you for listening. I was so compelled to make this video because I have a business mind, and I was genuinely confused in what they were going for with this announcement. I was seriously wondering what was up. Not like there's a problem or anything wrong with this. I just think it's a bit of a... It just missed the mark for what their general audience and what their repertoire has led them up to. They're experimenting, and I don't see this ending well for them. I can only see this being a boom for 2 years, 3 years at most. But it just nosedives in attendance afterwards, and they shut it down after 5 years, and then maybe use it for a coaster this time around, maybe in the middle of next decade. Who knows? Only the future will tell. Anyway, thank you for listening to my thoughts. I've just genuinely expressed everything I wanted to say about this Cedar Point for 2019. What they said, what they've done, what we've known so far. I'm confused. I think a lot of people are as well. I don't know what they're going for. But, hey, if you got something out of this, if you got anything out of this, if you can justify this even, feel free to leave a like, comment, or subscription. It does mean something to me. Might not be profiting off of it, but it means something to me. So, yeah, do it at your own free will. I can't control you. With this all out of the way, I think I've wrapped up my thoughts here. I'm just gonna end it here. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Happy trails with the rumor mills coming in full force. Six Flags announcements in less than 10 days. Expect a video on that starting sometime next week. It's gonna be amazing. Expect a Great America rumor in the next couple, and by the weekend, maybe Monday. Yeah, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day. Happy rumor trails. May God have mercy on your soul, or may the best man win. And who wins the new rides? Who gets the best additions for 2019? It's looking to be an interesting year so far. And with that out of the way, I wish you guys peace.